Hello and welcome back, Legionnaires. Marzal Magnus here, bringing you basically an initial reaction to the recently released Age of Empires 4 gameplay trailer. Personally, I think this looks fantastic. There's basically a civil war going between various parties saying that the graphics looks shockingly bad for a 2020-2021 game that'll be released later this year, but I'm of the opinion that it looks clean, readable, and basically easy to understand what's going on in the game, albeit that you'll see later as we progress through this trailer that certain weapons and arrows, specifically arrows that I'd like to talk about, look a little bit strange and out of place. But initially, just looking at the game, it seems very relatable to Age of Empires 2. In no way do I think this is a direct kind of like reboot of Age of Empires 2, but I think it's taking a lot of the core aspects of what makes an Age of Empires game an Age of Empires game, particularly the way that you set up your settlement, as you can see here, defenses and whatnot. And what we're looking at here is just various aspects of two of the factions, so the Delhi Sultanate and also the English in this particular skirmish. And all in all, I think it looks very interesting. You'll see various aspects here. You can see the units are somewhat glowing, which is a buff associated with the English. Yeah, the UI looks very clean. In the bottom left, you can clearly see what you're doing. And what we're seeing built in front of us here is actually one of the landmarks, I believe, which links in with the age up mechanic within Age of Empires 4. That gave us just initial taste of what the Dark Age kind of like aspects of the game look like, leading us nice into, I guess, what you could call, what is the Second Age, the Feudal Age. Various aspects of showing how different the factions are, and particularly with how they work. So with the Mongols, you can see here, you could just pack up your base and move out to where more resources are, or even strategically move your base so that the enemy doesn't know necessarily where you are, and they have to keep scouting continuously to see where you are moving around the map, which I think, again, is a really good change compared to the core Age of Empire gameplay mechanics. It adds a bit more flavour to all the factions opposed to the original Age of 2, where all the factions are kind of like copy and pasting of essentially the units. I know the buildings look distinctly different, but in this case you can kind of see how different the buildings are from race to race, civilization to civilization. One really cool feature we can see here is the use of line of sight and how you can set up ambushes in the line of trees. Really cool. Like this, I think this will be used a lot in competitive play potentially. And I think just adds another layer to real-time strategy that is needed, I think, in innovating the kind of genre. Even though it has been done in other games, but it's nice to see it done in a game which, you know, all of us, well, most people probably hold close to their hearts. One thing that I've definitely noticed, I love how distinct the ages look in terms of how your civilization develops. I know there's been mention of how the language used by your units changes as they progress through the ages, and it is just, you know, you can really feel the history coming through, but as your civilization progresses through the ages, in line somewhat softly touching realistic aspects as to how nations have developed, empires have developed in that regard. Again, just looking at this, I'm somewhat very happy to see the physics and the destruction, and the armies look incredible. The detail on the buildings, again, people argue, oh, this looks cartoony and whatnot, but I'm of the opinion that it looks very clean and you can easily identify what buildings do what, and they just stand out very easily for one another. Units are easy to see amongst your buildings because they're not tiny. God, the Chinese, in my opinion, are probably one of the best looking that we've seen out of the 8 announced factions so far. 4 announced factions, 8 in total by release. So that would be good to see what the other 4 are, as the English, the Mongols, the Delhi Sultanate, and the Chinese have been announced so far and revealed in this gameplay trailer. So all pretty cool. I am working on a number of videos just reviewing on various things that I've managed to discover myself, and also through further research on the internet. I've got 2 videos that I do want to get out to you guys. One's particularly focusing on new gameplay mechanics, and another one where it's more of a statement. So kind of like Age of Empires 4 looks beautiful, clean and readable, and I think that is a very topical area that I've seen in the comments on YouTube and so on and so forth, that I think, yeah, I don't think it's too much of a concern, the graphics. I mean, you have a baseline, and as long as this game meets the baseline, which I believe it does, then it's fine. After that, it's all about gameplay. I mean, if it looks astoundingly beautiful but plays completely rubbish, then what's the point? And just looking here, the amount of units you can see on screen looks great. You can easily read what each type of unit is because their weapons are slightly larger and whatnot. I'm really looking forward to the monk Wallalol mechanic as well, to see how, you know, kind of just capturing units, just a mass army of monks. That'd be hilarious. But anyway, I'm going to leave you with this trailer to enjoy. And I will, leave your comments in the below. I've got videos coming up. This is no longer a dead channel. And I will see you guys next time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell button if you want to see more content from me in the future. This is Mars Hill Magnus signing out for now. Ciao.